Hi, just one thing that I missed out when it comes to buying and selling, and that is just to understand the basics of trade. Essentially, you try and buy low and sell high. It may seem like an oversimplistic thought, but it is the exact way that it works on FIFA as well. Essentially, you're going to have times, let's say for example, a bricks and mortar building selling Christmas decorations. You're going to have times during the year when you sell a lot, you're going to have times during the year when you sell very few. The same with, say for example, fireplaces, summer houses, conservatories, bikes, various things like this. Car dealerships will sell a lot as new registrations are released. It's all about seasonal variation. Now you get seasonal variation on FIFA as well, but in a very, very restricted time frame. So for example, you're going to want to sell your players when the market is hot. So when there's lots of buyers out there, that's when you need to be selling your players. You need to be buying your players when the market's cold, so when there's not a lot of players out there. This is the same with how I laid my hands on the Ribery card, simply because there was very few players online at that particular point in time. I saw that one with a very low buy now price, so I bought it, and that's purely because there was very few players online to be able to outbid me, simply because I had a lot more money than quite a lot of people online at the moment. So all I did was I just bought it at the buy now price, and it was, in fact I didn't even buy that one at the buy now price. I bought that for the lowest bid amount because that one was an auction that was ending within 5 minutes. So absolutely great, I did that absolutely no problem whatsoever. Now the basis of this is exactly the same on a daily basis. So for example, you're going to find times during the day when the prices are high and times during the day when the prices are low. So what I've done, or what I did to make my first maybe 60,000 there or thereabouts, a combination of server outages and this particular tactic as well, and that is simply just buying at a time when when there was very few people to bid with me. Absolutely perfect, because I knew that I could pick up players nice and cheaply. This is how I got the Neuer card. It's how I also got the Aguero card, simply underbuying at 4 o'clock in the morning. So essentially what that means, I would set my alarm for a very early time. I would get up, I'd make my bidding, and then I would go back to bed, and then maybe sleep in for an extra hour or two. I would, as soon as the cards were bought, I would put them back on the market for, well, certainly more than 20% more than I bought them for. So essentially what happened here was I bought the, in fact if you can just bear with me, I noted it all down as I was playing. Let me just load it up again. Where's this text document on? I thought I saved it onto my desktop, but I don't seem to have done so. Right, if I remember correctly, my first Aguero card, there it is. My first Aguero card that I bought was for 204,000. I sold it for 250,000 later that same day, only 4 or 5 hours later. I got it on there as an auction with a buy now price of 250,000. Let it run for 8 hours, but someone was right in and bought it for 250,000, which gave me a 46,000 coin profit. Now, obviously, you have to take into account the tax on that. Ended up clearing, well, I think the tax was about 16,000 there or thereabouts. So I certainly made 30,000 on it easily. The same with the Neuer card. I bought that for 177,000, the first one, and then I sold it for 225,000 later that day. That one took a little while longer. That was later at night, but again made £48,000 on that, 48,000 coins on that one, Again, maybe 32,000 there or thereabouts. I've done it on lower cards as well. I bought a couple of Modric's cards, one for 47,750 and one for 45,500. Sold them both for 62,000. So I made roughly £30,000 combined on that one. And then obviously I've got these additional cards as well. I've also bought an Aguero for 199 and a 9 for 150. I know for a fact that I could get more for them now. Absolutely, there's no shadow, no question about that. It might well be not at this exact moment, but I certainly know that in a 24-hour period I could maximise my profit on that. So what I would do is I would choose a player. In fact, I chose 5 players, and I would have a look on an hourly basis and write down the average price of what they're going for. So to find your average price, you need to add up the amount of sales. So say for example you had 5 sales, and in total the 5 sales were £1 million. So you divide £1 million by 5 and your average was £20,000. Sorry, £200,000. 200,000 coins, should I say. So that's your average there. So you would write down the average. So if you take into account tax, provided you could make more than say 220,000 coins, you would profit. You'd be in profit. So what I would do then is first thing in the morning, whenever I set my alarm for, I would wake up, I'd get straight up, I would get straight on FIFA, and I would have a look at these 5 players that were on the market. Now, bear in mind that I entered it at quite a good time because there wasn't a lot of money flowing around the game, so the relative highs and lows were significant. There was quite high highs and quite low lows, if you know what I mean. So that's another way of making some good money on it. It's all about playing the market, make sure that your timing's right, make sure that you know how much these players are going for at any given point in time. So if I know that it's going to sell for roughly 200,000 in the night time, I would buy it for maybe £150,000 very early in the daytime. I get it on there for 8 hours and I'd watch it sell probably while I was asleep again. That's the third way of making some serious significant gains on this fantastic game. It's all about making sure that you buy at the right player, make sure you buy at the right price, sell at the right price, be there when the players are there, be there when there's problems with the server, and be there when someone puts a card up for trade or for sale at a certain straight away. So effectively you're going to be looking at 59 minutes there or thereabouts. That's another good way. So that's how that is how I've made my money, in combination with spending my FIFA points on cards and then selling the cards. It's quite easy. I certainly wouldn't say it's a difficult thing to do. It's a bit time consuming, absolutely, but I've only been playing it intermittently since last Saturday, and while I've got £119,000 coins there, I've got 3 fantastic players that are worth between them probably 500,000–600,000. So if I could say I'm getting on for 800,000 at the moment, that's absolutely peachy by me. And that's just a combination of being there at the right time, getting up early, and then obviously having to sleep through the day, and just committing a bit of time to it and a bit of energy to it and a bit of research to it, making sure that you use your mind, making sure that you use your money effectively. If I have a look here, I've bought and sold some astonishingly good and some astonishingly bad players for a profit, and that's all that you can really say at the end of the day. Let's finish off by having a little dig at another pack, shall we? Let's see what we get this time. And this is going to be the last for the night. I just wanted to cover this last point that it's just another way of making money, and it's another great way of making money. Just make sure that you get your times, you make an average of the prices at night time over the space of 4 or 5 hours. Make sure that you buy under that price in the morning. Absolutely easy. It really couldn't be easier to make money on this game. It's very difficult to fail at it. If you put in the time and the effort, you can make a lot of this game, and I'm proving that now. Have a look in the top. I've only been involved since January 2014, so that was January this year. So I played FIFA 14, and this is obviously now FIFA 15. Let me just send these to the market because there's something else I want to show you as well. Come on. Okay, and we shall quick sell that one. Right, the last thing that I want to show you is just me. Just have a look in the top corner. Prove to you that I've not been playing that long, and I've really not been playing FIFA for years on years on years on end. If you have a look in the top right hand corner there, my experience is 63,000. I'm only level 29, so there's a lot of people that are a lot higher up on the tree than me. If you're a low level, you can do it as well. Now, in my first video I was going to show you this, but the servers were down at the time, so I didn't. So this is essentially everything that you unlock as you level up. Now, if we go through the ones that I've already unlocked, they've all disappeared because I've already used them. Okay, well, let's go forward then. So if we have a look at this one here, level 30. Sorry, that's a ball. Shoes. Let me just do it to Ultimate Team. Right, here we go. So there we go. There's a coin reward there. You want to unlock all of the coin rewards that you possibly can. So level 1, 200 coins for 10 matches, and then following on from that, it doesn't happen at the same time, it follows on from that. 200 coins for the next 5, 200 coins for the next 10, 1,000 for the next 10. That was a good 10 games. That was. I love that. And 200 for the next 15. That's the one that I'm on at the moment. You'll see there's one more there. 1,000 for 5 games, and that's level 32, and I'm now level 29. So that's one of the main things that you've got to do. As soon as you load up the game, that's one of the first things you've got to do, because you'll already have access to this. If you played FIFA 14, it'll be based on your level. Unlock every single coin reward that you possibly can. And obviously here we've got the loan players as well. So I can have Gareth Bale for 3,500. I don't know what they call that. PlayStation coins, I'm guessing. Not that I want him. I've got Messi. I'm probably not going to play him. I'll probably keep him there for an emergency. Of course, I've got Aguero, so I could potentially have quite a good attack with them two there. There are a few more Argentinian players that are pretty decent, so yeah, it's certainly something I'm going to bear in mind, but it's going to be as a backup more than anything else. Now, this is obviously where I want to get to. If you have a look at that, see, even at level 113, the coin rewards are still pretty much the same. It's 200 for 15 games, 1,000 for 15 games, 1,000 for 10 games. But you want to make sure that you unlock as many of these as you can possibly get and activate them. Once they're activated, they'll run concurrently until they have run out, and that's it. Enjoy the game, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.